Get your brand right in front of each video that we do here on the channel. Email me ogod@hiphopmuon.com to find out about our 50% off rate right now. ogod@hiphopmuon.com. Hit me right now. All right, let's talk about this. So we reported this story. We've been talking about this story for maybe, 4 or 5 years now, maybe even longer than that. So back in 2015, a woman by the name of Priscilla Rainey, she was on a VH1, excuse me, reality show. She got game, and on that show, she pretty much accused Game of essaying her. Now, she sued him and she won a default judgment of $7 million. Now she has been going to great lengths to collect it because sometimes people don't know a judgment is just a piece of paper. But now once you go to the, when you start petitioning the court or motioning the court to actually start collecting, it gets very, very ugly to the point where the game officially just lost his Calabasas mansion. Now, according to AllHipHop, a judge ordered it sell to help cover the $7 million judgment owed to Priscilla Rainey. Once again, 2015. This has been going on for almost 10 years, 10 plus years now. She finally, is going to get some money. Now they're saying that the sale of the house, it should be worth about $3.2 million. Back in January, the game filed a motion to dismiss the whole claim, but the judge is going forward with this, and it's sad. Now they were also saying, right, because I guess there was some funny business going on with the title and Whack 100, who we know, Cash M Jones, was I guess they both of their names were on it, and they were going after alter ego doctrine, meaning you could have a separate business, right? But when they pierce the corporate veil, when a company tries to pierce the corporate veil, they try to say that, all right, you created this business to do this. You created this business to put it in this name to hide it from this. You create this business and it's acting as one, not separate from yourself. Because if you have a business and your person is two different entities, if you exercise those entities the way you're supposed to exercise those entities. Now, there's a lot of ways people can find out. They can go through your bank records to see what you're spending. There's other things that they can, do to find out, if your company is an alter ego, but look it up, dig into it, man. A little educated over here, so we know what's kind of going on with the whole situation. See, when you in business, for a long time, you learn things like this. You learn about, judgments and people. I used to actually do when I was doing my credit, thing years ago. I used to actually do judgment recovery, and I never really did it, but I understood. It's like a whole market. Like once somebody gets a judgment, they don't know what to do. Yeah, you can go after people's bank accounts. Yeah, you can go after their wages, but there's other things you can also do. And Priscilla, went to the extra length to say, all right, if you got some assets, I want a piece of those assets. I need your house. I need your car. If you got jewelry. Now, somebody who's in a similar situation is Dame Dash. Dame Dash is in a similar situation to where he had a judgment entered against him. He ignored it, and it got to high levels to where he can't, afford to do anything with it. So if you ignore it, they can either put you, in prison. There's a lot of things they can do. But if you ignore a court order, you can be put in prison for contempt of court. Does it happen often? I don't know. I'm not a lawyer, but it does happen. And we seen, I did the story last week where the judge was talking about, definitely possibly throwing Dame Dash in prison if he did not, I should say jail, if he did not comply, with the court order to come in and share his finances, share his W-2, share, what he got going on financially, so that the person that has a judgment against him can, discertain how much money they can get, what they can get, what he owns, because it has to be paid off to satisfy this judgment. Now, another way you can go, I'm surprised the game didn't go. He may go here now. Maybe it's too late. It's bankruptcy. I'm surprised he didn't file bankruptcy. I guess he thought that it's something that he could do, and keep, move things around. But in this country, it's very hard to do. It's you have to set yourself up from the beginning to avoid stuff like this. Once you're in it, once you're tied up in litigation and something's already done, it's over with. It's almost like somebody committing a crime. Like, you ain't think about it before, you just acted. But now you're trying to go back and clean up your steps. It ain't gonna work, bro. You had to already say, all right, let me prepare myself for this before I go into this. Let me cover my steps. If you didn't do that, you're going to miss a step. And it looks like the game missed some steps. Unfortunately, he's losing his mansion. As of right now, anything could change. And, at least it takes down some of the debt. But that's not a good look. That's not a good look. And I'm going to say this. I don't blame the game. I wish he would have fought it, right? Because if she's lying, she's lying. But if she's lying, you can't let her go to court and beat you, right? Because if you don't say anything, then all the judge could do is listen to her side. But if you go in and you fight it and you got the means to fight it, now if you ain't had the means, that's one thing. If you ain't got the means, you don't got the means. But if you have the means to fight it, you have to defend yourself. You have to defend yourself. So even Dame Dash, like it's and some stuff is cut and dry. Some stuff is definitely cut and dry, whatever the case may be. You did something, you got to pay for it. I understand that aspect of it. But Christ, like, come on, man. Come on. So Game did say that, here's his statement he wrote in 2016. He put, every girl on that show will tell you, I never touched this chick or ever desired to be anywhere near her. She got kicked off the show. And as a result, she filed this lame lawsuit, which was probably her intention before the show even started. But the thing is, you may have been right, but you didn't show up. That's like me. I go sue Jay-Z right now for whatever. And he don't show up. He don't send his legal representation to show up. I get a default. I win. It's like we got a bout. We got a boxing match, right? It's me versus you. We don't know who's going to win because we never got in the ring. You ain't never show up. So the judge raises my hand and say, look, you're the victor because you never showed up to fight. Same type of situation. So it's a hard lesson for the game, to have to endure right now. And do I feel sorry for him? I'm not going to say I feel sorry for him, right? I'm not going to say I feel sorry for him. I'm just going to say that he should have did a little bit of better, job of defending himself, especially if he was making millions of dollars. You feel what I'm saying? And it sucks that somebody could move you out of your house over a debt judgment. That sucks to me. I ain't gonna lie. But laws are written the way laws are written, and you gotta abide by that. Now, I'm not an attorney, so I don't know what he could do at this point. If anybody's attorney or paralegal, does he have any recourse at this point? Or is it cut and dry? Is it over? Let me know in the comment section. Is it over? As you see, his house seized. Is it finito for him? Is it curtains for him? Can he file a motion? Can he stop it? Can he file bankruptcy? Let me know in the comment section, right? So I want